regular meeting dated 25 July 2022. Fireboard meeting called to order. Roll call, please.
Mr. Forrest? Mr. Ingraffia?
Here.
Mr. Joseph?
Present.
Mr. Bruno?
Here.
Mr. Ridgel?
Here.
Mr. Mayhew?
Here.
Mr. Wells?
Here.
Mr. Vial? Ms. Hyde?
Here.
Ms. Coates?
Here.
Motion passes. It's so ordered. We do have a quorum. I'll entertain a motion to adopt the minutes dated 27
So
June
moved.
2022.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Bruno.
Second.
Second by Mr. Wells. Roll call.
Mr. Ingraffia?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Ridgel? Mr. Mayhew? Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates?
Yes.
Motion passes and is so ordered. Punch and tulipar matters. One item, ratification of approval of pay increases.
Yes, sir.
Wait, who are you?
Look, let me back up, Dennis. I'm sorry. Yeah, we want to take a minute to welcome back Mr. Dennis Crocker. Dennis, welcome back. You're looking good, man.
Thank y'all. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much.
We say a lot of prayers for you.
It's been a long road, and I see the end of the road coming, so it's coming. Thank
No,
y'all
don't
so
say
much.
that. Don't say the road, the
No,
end of the road's coming.
I see the light at the end of the
That's it.
tunnel.
There you
It's,
go.
Okay.
it's good, believe me.
All right, back to punch and tulipar matters.
So is ratification of approval of a pay increase. The chief has sent in a stack of paperwork, the ratification forms. It is for $1 an hour across the board for 4 full-time people and 18 part-time people.
So moved.
Motion by Mrs. Hyde, second by Mr. Mayhew. Roll call.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Ridgel?
Yes.
Mr. Mayhew? Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates?
Yes.
Mr. Ingraffia?
Yes.
Motion passes and so ordered. Independence Fire matters. The one item, ratification of approval of pay increases.
It's the same thing. With this one, the chief had submitted paperwork. It is 11 positions plus the fire chief. He is going a $1 an hour across the board roughly. The fire chief is requesting a $400 a month increase in his salary, which since Johnny has been the fire chief of Independence, he has not received any type of increase in pay. So to me, this is well warranted.
Finances are available.
Yes, sir, financially, they're fine.
Okay, so moved.
Motion by Mr. Bruno. Second by Ms. Mayhew. Roll call.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Ridgel?
Yes.
Mr. Mayhew? Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates? Mr. Ingraffia?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes. Motion passes. Hold up, Dennis. I want to recognize Chief Polito too. John, you want to tell us a little bit about the grant that you applied for and won?
Yeah, that was for the training classroom and offices. That's $100,000 from the state.
Come to the mic, John.
We received $100,000 from state appropriations for training classroom and another bathroom and 2 offices. Senator Mizell helped us with that, so that was a big deal.
Are you finished, John? You through with it?
Well, we got a little touch-ups.
It's a nice building. It came out really nice.
And
Looks
I'll
good.
Thank y'all for y'all support on that project too. Thank you.
John, would you consider having an open house so the citizens
Yeah.
can come and take a look at what you got? Okay, thank you. Okay, let's Albany Fire matters. There are 2 items. Approval of part-time position and approval to purchase a fire truck.
So the part-time position is to ratify 1 part-time position at $10 per hour. The chief had submitted all the necessary paperwork.
Okay, let's take those one at a time.
Yes.
Second.
Mr. Richardson made the,
Yes, sir, it's $10 per hour, part-time.
okay, we good? Motion by Mr. Richardson, second by Mr. Bruno. Roll call.
Mr. Ridgel? Yep. Mr. Mayhew? Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates?
Yes.
Mr. Ingraffia?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. Approval to purchase fire truck, second item.
Okay. So I've been working with Chief Starkey with this truck for, I don't know, a couple months now, several months. This truck is off a state contract. It is off of, it's a Freightliner truck. It is a, price of it is $501,467. They do have a prepaid discount, but it is going to take over 2 years to get this truck in. So I'm not recommending that we do the prepaid discount. So that brings the truck back up to a total of $504,123. Natami does have the money in hand, in the bank, so they do have sufficient funds to pay for this vehicle.
Dennis, this will lock in that price?
Yes, sir, it will lock in this price.
Okay.
So it's the pleasure of the board. It's up to you guys.
If it takes 2 years to get it, what year model is it gonna be?
Well, it's, you know, they're gonna, it's supposed to be a 2023, I believe it's gonna be. But it is gonna take 2 years to get this truck in. It's just very similar to the Kentwood situation that we're dealing with. Problem is, you know, you're at the mercy of the manufacturer for Freightliner or Kentworth and all of that. Just like all of the other pickup trucks everybody's waiting for, they'll have to wait for this one.
Yeah, also move.
Second.
Mr. Ridgely made the motion, Mr. Bruno seconded the motion. Roll call.
Mr. Mayhew?
Yes.
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates?
Yes.
Mr. Graffia?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno? Mr. Ridgel?
Yes.
Motion passes. 8th Ward, Fire Matters. Approval to purchase a fire truck.
Okay, so 8th Ward is looking at a truck. It's from, it's a used truck. It's from St. Tammany Fire Protection District 2, which is their neighboring department. They have a 2005 F-550 Rescue. They did send an appraisal with it. The truck did appraise for $38,500. They are asking $25,000 for it. I did talk to our CPA, and he said this is fine, that we're able to do this. So the truck will be selling price at $25,000.
So move.
Second.
Mr. Mayor, you made that motion?
I made the motion, John seconded.
I think Joey made it.
I think,
Well, that's fine.
yeah, it doesn't matter. And Ms. Hyde seconded. Roll call, please.
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates?
Yes.
Mr. Graffia?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno? Mr. Ridgel?
Yes.
Mr. Mayhew?
Motion passed. Dennis, are they replacing the truck or is that,
I think it's just going to be adding.
Adding,
They do
okay.
have a truck that's in the shop right now, I believe.
okay.
So this truck is needed at this time. It's
Yeah.
kind of hitting them at a good time that they
How quick can
really
y'all
need
get
it.
How quick can y'all get it?
I was,
Oh, good. Okay.
yeah, it's their truck, really.
Okay. All right. Monthly reports and registers?
If it's possible, sir, I'd like to add something to the agenda. It is a leased vehicle from Enterprise. It's for the City of Hammond Fire Chief. If we can add that to the agenda.
If I can get a motion.
So move.
Moved by Mr. Ridgely, seconded by
I'll second.
Mr. Bruno.
We get him an electric car?
Tesla. Roll call.
I think we get him one with pedals in it.
Yes.
Ms. Coates? Mr. Graffia?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yeah?
Mr. Ridgel?
Yes.
Mr. Mayhew? Mr. Wells?
Yes.
That $75,000 that we're holding is coming out of his funds.
Okay, the motion passes. Okay, ready for our discussion.
So the City of Hammond Fire Chief, we've always furnished a vehicle to him. He is requesting that, he is asking for a new, it's gonna be a 2023 F-250. The lease price on it is $883 per month. These funds will be coming out of the money that it's earmarked for the City of Hammond. There's $75,000 that was put on the side for that. So that's where the funds will be coming out. It's not coming out of Paul's money. It's coming out of that additional increase that we did for the contract. So it is basically coming out of the admin.
Oh, they never called you about this? I don't know. I'm okay, because I know we got to, but when the new chief took office, didn't we buy a new vehicle then?
No, that's a 10? Yeah, something like
Oh,
that. It's
okay.
old.
Okay, okay.
Also move.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay, motion by Mr. Richards, second by Mr. Bruno.
Is that a Tahoe or something?
This is a F-250.
Oh, truck?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a truck. Now, keep in mind, it's gonna take some time. They're expecting estimated time for delivery is 40-plus weeks.
Jesus Christ.
Look, also, last June, we ordered 3 trucks, one for the admin and 2 for independents. I just got notified that one of the trucks is at a dealership now. It's ready for, so it's been since June.
Okay, who made that motion?
So, but they are starting to move.
Well, I tell you what, if you pass Bill Hood, you can tell it ain't no joke.
Right.
I don't think they got a new car on the lot. It don't look like it anyway.
No.
So,
Okay, Mr. Richards made the motion, Mr. Bruno seconded that motion. Roll call.
Ms. Coates? Mr. Graffia?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno? Mr. Ridgel?
Yes.
Mr. Mayhew? Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
That motion passed. Dennis, I know people are looking at this broadcast on the internet, but for clarification, please explain to those people that are looking that was not our Hammond City that had the fireman injured.
no, so everybody's posting on social media that there was a Hammond fire truck that got involved in an accident. It is not Hammond, Louisiana. I think it's Indiana, could be Indiana, Hammond, Indiana, where they had, their fire truck was struck by a vehicle, but everybody's seeing Hammond truck.
Yeah.
So everybody's putting on social media, but it is not one of our Hammond, City of Hammond or Hammond rural trucks.
Yeah, thank you for that clarification. Yeah.
So, under administrator's report, I would like to say, look, it's been a long time since I've been at this podium. It is great to be back. I'm feeling great. I plan on being back full-time now. So just to, put everybody's mind at ease, it's been a long journey, and thanks to y'all and all the prayers, I feel great. So thank y'all.
Good to
Thank you.
But then there's a lot of people have been praying for you and your family. I mean, people in this room and people outside this room.
With the
in parish
support of
as
the,
well.
all the friends and
Yeah.
family that I've gotten, and people that I don't even know that's sending me, messages and stuff. I feel fortunate to have all these people on my side,
Been proven one more time that God is good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're right,
There's
yeah.
no other way to explain it, but this is,
Yeah.
God's way of, power of prayer, and, it's miracles do happen.
Mr. Joseph, if it's okay, I'd like to recognize Chief Morrell for just a second.
Okay, no problem. You got the floor.
Dennis has been out, but Dennis has been doing a lot from the house. We've been struggling with this little fire station in Larange, getting things done with it, and since Dennis has been going through the treatments and all, I got to thank Chief Morrell. He stepped in and kept the ball rolling, and we got action going today. We got the rough end plumbing done today. The forming of the cement got done today, and I think they're gonna pour tomorrow. So Justin, if you wanna come up and just tell them what your little building's gonna look like. It's not what we probably needed, but where we are, we'll take whatever we get, It's gonna.
It's moving, it's a slow process. Thanks to Ms. Bridget for the
plan.
plans. Everything with it so far, it's been, like I said, a slow process. Tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock, they will pour the cement, and Mr. Rick Prescott, the guy that's gonna be erecting the building, said about 3 weeks, and we should have the building on the ground to be ready to start erecting it. So we're moving forward.
It's looking good.
Good job, Joseph.
Thank both of y'all.
I want to thank you and your team also for rescuing my son and my daughter-in-law.
Well,
Okay. Boy, I tell you. All right, go ahead, Dennis.
That's it. That's all I have.
You gotta tell us what that's all about.
Justin knows. 7725. Mr. Mac.
Got one more? Mr. Joseph?
Mr. Joseph, I'd like to let all the Fireboard know and all the fire chiefs that Lila Kemp Memorial Hospital is getting a new landing pad.
Good.
State of the art, yes. So we don't have to land in that field by the cemetery.
With the charcoals and all that?
Yeah, so that's getting ready to get started, so, and that's good.
And we're getting a new emergency room road redone.
Okay.
So that's gonna all be redone too, so that'll help out.
Outstanding. Are there any other fire matters that needs to come before this board? Anything else? Bridget?
There's a matter that I'd like to discuss. I think we need to go into executive session. I'd like to make a
Personnel matter?
motion. Yes, sir.
Okay. Mrs. Hyde would like to go into executive session to discuss a personnel matter. If I can get a second? Okay. Roll call?
Mr. Graffia?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Ridgel?
Yep.
Mr. Mayhew?
Yes.
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates?
Yes.
Channel 17, proudly serving the Florida parishes.
All right. We're back into our regular session, Fireboard meeting. No action was taken in the executive session. And the chair will entertain the motion to adjourn this meeting. Mr. Wells made the motion. And Mr. Bruno seconded that motion. Meeting adjourned.